The basic economic activity that we want to encourage is innovation. So it was a natural fit for us, and it was important to get policymakers' attention focused on not just intellectual property as a technical discipline, but as a political economy discipline that encourages this widespread activity of innovation, which is extremely important. So we're delighted to have seen its uptake across policymakers so that innovation has become a priority. To see the take-up, well, this was a question also of timing. Since the 1950s, really, economic innovation has been identified as a very important factor, a residual factor for explaining economic growth. Now that's not new wisdom. It's been around for a long while. But what we've seen over the course of the last 10 years, I think, is that this has taken off right across the world in governments, in enterprises, and in society. So it's become a much more widely acknowledged phenomenon. Their focus is on innovation. It's on building science and technology capacity and on the competitiveness of their economies, and thus on innovation as a very important element. When you come to something like innovation, which is such an extraordinarily comprehensive concept, then how do you actually put it into an expression that is readily understandable? And that's the purpose of the GII. It gives you distinct, concrete measures that a policymaker can look at very quickly and get a good overall picture of the performance of their economy, the weaknesses, the strengths, and the direction that it should take. I think the real policy challenge is to make science and technology capacity a priority. That's easily said, but there are a lot of difficulties. The first difficulty is there are lots of other priorities. For poorer countries, there are immediate priorities concerning human welfare, and innovation seems in this context to be a longer shot. I think the second problem is that it's a long-term policy objective. When you look at the countries that have dramatically improved their innovation performance and capacity, the Republic of Korea, Singapore, Japan in the period following the Second World War, China, it's taken at least 30 years, 30 to 40 years. That's well beyond an electoral cycle. So a politician espousing a doctrine of let's invest in this, it's going to have advantages in 5 or 10 or 15 years' time. This is not within the immediate electoral system and cycle. But those countries that have succeeded, they have had a bipartisan or multi-partisan consensus that this is the direction that the economy should take. That's true of the United States, it's true of China, it's true of Japan, it's true of Germany. This is a non-political, in a certain sense, direction that must be encouraged. This, for developing countries, is really a challenge. You have to absolutely do it. But there are other priorities, and it's a long-term process. Timing was important. The people involved, great team, great partners, and let's not forget, great subject. This is something that has the focus of the attention of the whole world. Innovation, because everyone knows it's one of the ingredients of success. There are always improvements in the methodology, and there have been improvements in the course of the last 10 years. Then I think you look at also impact. I think one of the great things about the GII is it has managed to attract the attention of the highest level political leaders, highest level policy makers. a number of prominent heads of state of large economies reference the country's performance and capacity in innovation by reference to the GII. This is a wonderful thing. That's where I think we would like to see it going further and further, that there is a high-level political attention to the importance of innovation and to the importance of this tool as a measurement of economic innovation capacity and performance.